This is the 415ers podcast brought to you by the Odyssey Sports Podcast Network with 95.7 The Game. That's Marc Grandi. I'm Evan Giddings. We're coming at you twice a week here in the off season. Please download the Odyssey app, rate us, subscribe to us there. Okay, Marc, let's get to your favorite portion of the episode, the rumor mill. And I want to make sure I get this right because my guy, Mike Florio,
your guy.
He's talking about our man, Kirk Cousins.
Oh, brother.
Pro Football Talks Mike Florio was on the Rich Eisen Show over the weekend, actually, in fact. But here's the quote. I'll let you respond. Okay, here we go. Let's play it out, Rich, to March of next year. I think you're gonna see, unless the Vikings re-sign him, Kirk Cousins, that is, by then, and they can't use the franchise tag on him in a way that his contract is structured, you're going to see a potential tug of war between Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay for Kirk Cousins next March. Mark that down. That wasn't my best Mike Florio, I'll admit, but I do love the way that he's able to just roll these rumors off of his tongue without a whim. And Marc, it's hot, it's steamy, it's fiery, it is inflammatory, and it might be downright dog water. But what do you think about it?
It is absolutely disgusting. That's what it is. This is the most ridiculous rumor that members of the National Football League media just simply cannot quit. It is wild how this gets floated out there every month, it seems, especially in the offseason. You're like, oh, it's a down period of the NFL right now. You know what we should do? Let's throw out Kirk Cousins to the San Francisco 49ers once again. Why don't you? And you know what makes this even worse? He's also saying he thinks there could be a potential, quote, tug of war between Kyle Shanahan of the 49ers and Sean McVay of the Los Angeles Rams an offseason from now. That is just absolutely ridiculous. You're telling me the 49ers, who have given you every indication and they have found the quarterback of their future with Brock freaking Purdy, they have him under a rookie contract, a 7th-round rookie contract. They're going to go out and sign Kirk freaking Cousins, who's making, what, $40 million a year? This is just absolutely ridiculous. Kirk Cousins will never, ever start a game for the San Francisco 49ers, and anyone that says that this is a possibility loses my respect. This is disgusting.
That might be your best Kirk Cousins rant yet, Marc. Although I am very much looking forward to Monday Night Football later this year when they do play each other, because we might get a better one.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, I'm not 100% with you, because I think it'd be difficult for me to top that decibel level you just found in yourself. But look, I do believe this makes sense for the Los Angeles Rams. Sorry. Okay. So the tug of war would be between Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan. I'm assuming Sean McVay is not going anywhere as a head coach. So I do think that this kind of makes sense for the Los Angeles Rams, because this is down their alley. They have acquired a high profile, formerly unproven or unaccomplished quarterback in Matt Stafford, who is also very expensive. They paid a heavy price for him. I could see that. I mean, let me put it this way. In order for that to happen, for Kirk Cousins to be a San Francisco 49er next year, a dumpster fire would have to befall Levi Stadium. The place would have to crumble. Kyle Shanahan would have to fade into a million pieces, a la the Avengers. He would have to be dismembered, dissimulated, and just sent into the oblivion for something like this to happen. But it is kind of funny, and I'm curious, Marc, like, where is the angle coming from for Mike Florio? Either he really hates Kyle Shanahan, or he just messes with him, and I don't know. It seems like all the Kirk Cousins or Vikings circulation this entire offseason is revolved around Mike Florio, and As much as I respect him and I think he's very good at his job, I do wonder what the whole purpose of this is.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, there's just the straightforward Shanahan connection. He was with him when they were both together in Washington, and he's been linked to him ever since. Shanahan has been open about how much he likes Kirk
You're saying
Cousins.
Cousins, not Florio.
Cousins, yes,
Yeah.
correctly. Correct. I don't. What the hell does Mike Florio have to do with Kyle Shanahan? I got no freaking clue. But there has been that link between Shanahan and Cousins for a long time. They were together in Washington. Shanahan has been relatively outspoken about, I think admiration is too strong of a word, but his like of Kirk Cousins as a quarterback. And there was a lot of talk about, whether the 49ers would try to acquire Kirk Cousins pre-Jimmy Garoppolo. The 49ers instead went for Jimmy Garoppolo instead of potentially waiting to sign Kirk Cousins as a free agent the following offseason. So I understand why this is a connection. I cannot understand why now, after everything the 49ers have been through at the quarterback position over the last 3-4 years, why this continues to get brought up. It is past its expiration date. It is not happening. The only way that this ever happens is if Kirk Cousins is, on his NFL deathbed and is looking for one final job. And, why not? Why don't I come and sit behind whoever is the Niners quarterback for 1 year to ride off into the sunset, try to get a Super Bowl as a backup quarterback? That's the only way that Kirk Cousins is ever a San Francisco 49ers quarterback. I guarantee you it is not happening. Let's put this rumor to bed.
And let's put this episode to bed on that note. Well said, Marc. You've been listening to the 415ers podcast on the Odyssey Sports Podcast Network. Before you go anywhere, please download, rate, subscribe to us on the Odyssey app, as well as wherever you get your podcast from. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe to the 95.7 The Game channel. That's Marc Grandi. I'm Evan Giddings. We'll be coming at you another time later this week on Thursday. We appreciate you tuning in, rumors and all of it, and we'll talk to you next time.